Hi everybody, welcome to the Forever Winter, and this is my quick start beginner's guide, especially for people who maybe you've started the game and you're like, oh, this looks beautiful, it sounds beautiful, but you've played a little bit, you don't know what's going on, you keep dying, you're like, oh, I'm going to uninstall that. Do not uninstall it. What I'm going to do is show you the basics, the ideas behind the game, so you kind of understand the direction you should be going in and what you're actually doing, and then we're going to do a nice simple loot run to get you through that, to get you into this gameplay loop of this amazing extraction shooter. So what's the whole point of this? Well, we're set in the future, and this is our underground lair, and there's a war going on above us between these different factions, and our job isn't to fight for one of those factions. Our job is simply to stay alive, and the way that we keep our base going is by adding water to our water supply. If this ever gets to zero, our base basically becomes defunct and everybody dies. We kind of keep our character, but we lose all of the things that we have looted as we're going along. Now, as we play and we level up and we get more water, more stuff, we can see this person over here, and they will enable us to upgrade our base. At the moment, those things don't really have much of benefit for you, but I think in the future, just remember, Forever Winter is an early access game. That will make a difference, having things like Christmas trees and somewhere for a dog to sit, and music systems, that sort of stuff. Also, as you wander around, you will find these different terminals which relate to different traders, which are cool. And also you will find like your combat loadout, your stash, and then if you go down here, you'll find that that's where you can leave and go to the surface world. However, you don't need to do that. The only place you really need to visit on in your base is the water place there, in order to drop off water, and over here in order to do up your base, because if we just press escape, we have access to everything. So let's take a look through here so we've got an idea. So first up is quests. Now, the Forever Winter is a extraction looter shooter, so the idea is that we're going to go on these little missions, these little runs that are only going to take us less than 10 minutes on the first area that we go to anyway, the one that you're going to be spending a lot of time on when you're starting off. And we're getting loot, primarily water. So we're going to get water that we're going to bring back, and we're going to take one of them back at the same time. And then we're going to get some ammo, we're going to pick up different bits and little bits, and we're going to bring them back. However, we will get quests. So, for example, you've probably already done the training mission, and then you'll get a quest to get some water, and you'll probably get a quest to get a drone, all these really simple things. And then what happens is, as you do these quests for other people, then you find that more quests become available. You can do up to 3 at the same time. When you've completed a quest, you come back here and you can claim the reward for it. Some quests can be done anywhere, some quests have to be done in specific places, and some quests are very easy. It might be something like go and get us 3 med packs, or go and get us a couple of explosive packages. Some of them can be much more difficult, but this is a way that you can level up faster, because quests give you rewards in terms of water, item, loot, XP, that sort of stuff, and they're very interesting as well. They force you to look around. Okay, so then you've got your squad, so if you want to play with other players, you can go here. Now, regions. Now, this is worth looking at, because to start off with, you're really going to be looking at the Scorched Enclave. But if you go to change entry point, you can see you'll probably have cemetery and cliffs, I think, are the ones that start off with. Stick with cemetery to start off with, because this has the easiest extraction. When you have different entry points on an area, you'll have a different extraction point, and you might have a different extraction type as well. So what that might be is when you, for example, you enter at cemetery and you go over to this pipe over here, all you've got to do is get to the extraction point, hit E, and you're gone. When you come from cliffs, the extraction point is a timed extraction point. So you go over there, you hit the extraction, then you have to wait. So you have to defend the area for a while. So think about that. Also, when you come to do different quests and things, you'll have to go to these different areas, and it's worth having a look at these, like Asher Mesa, because they are beautiful. They're absolutely fantastic. But we're going to be sticking with Scorched Enclave for quite a long time. Now, vendors. Now, these are very, very important, because you're going to come to the vendors, say Aramaki, and you're going to look at your junk that you've picked up, Now, lots of this stuff is consumables that you can use for health, but you'll have lots of things that you can sell. Don't sell any of your rig stuff, because you can use that. You can put it onto your rig to make you a little bit more powerful. But you'll have things like audio tapes, you'll have things like toolboxes, chests, all sorts of stuff that you can sell to make money. It's relatively easy to make money, and once you've got money, you can then buy things like weapons off them, or you can buy parts. If you go to a different vendor, you can go and visit Heisenberg and you can buy some medical stuff, or you could go and visit Charles, and Charles you can buy an NPC to take you into the run with you. I haven't really found them very useful, but you never know. And also we got another weaponry person there. So you'll make enough money to be able to buy things like ammunition for your guns and buy things like med packs that you can take in. Now, character. Now, when you first start off, I think you should start with Scav Girl, because she can run the fastest. So when you get yourself into a little bit of trouble, you can sprint out of trouble and get to that extraction point nice and safely. She can't carry the most, and she doesn't have and has the least loot, but she'll get you started. And it's very important, I think, with the Forever Winter to get a few extractions under your belt, so you get that confidence up. And now, the way that you level up the characters is that you gain XP when you're playing. And as you gain XP, if you want to, you can buy skills. So, for example, I could buy sprinting, and for another 6,500 XP, my character will sprint 4% faster, all the way up to 10% faster. Or submachine guns, I can get to 25% more accurate. However, to start off with, what you may well want to do is don't buy any skills. You just get to maximum XP for that particular character, and then you prestige, a bit like Call of Duty. And what happens when you prestige is you lose all your XP. You'll have lost any skills that you've bought. However, the base stats of your character become better. And the one to think about is your health. So every time you prestige, the base health of your character gets higher, which means they're more likely to survive when you get into those inevitable gunfights. Now, at some point, you're probably going to say, okay, I'm going to stop prestiging now, and I'm going to just buy points, which you could do, and you could go along and do that. But that's completely up to you. The way that I'm doing it is I'm probably just going to buy points now for Scav Girl, buy her skills, see what she's like when we max those out, and then I'm going to start on a different character. Right, combat loadout. In the Forever Winter, do not sweat dying. It does not matter. If you die, if you go in with the surplus rifle and the surplus gun and some surplus ammunition, you haven't lost anything at all, because you can always get this sort of stuff. They will always be available for you. There will always be some rubbish 545, which is the rubbish one. Is that the 545 one? Well, we can just take some of that. And there'll always be some actually, there won't always be shotgun shells, but it doesn't matter. And then you can go into consumables, and you can take a couple of small first aid kits, a couple of standard ones. You'll earn other ones, but even if you go in with nothing, it doesn't matter, because you can get stuff very, very quickly. And always remember, if you do die and you've got a lot of stuff on you, when you go back in on the next run, you can recover that, and I'll show you how to do that in a bit. However, when you do get some guns, there's nothing wrong with then taking them in. So what have we got here? We've got we could take this rifle in if we wanted to there. And then we've got this SMG maybe that we could take there, and then I would take in different ammo. The different guns you can then customise with the things that you've either bought or that you've scavenged for, and you can play around and just look at things like the weapon damage, the recoil, and the accuracy, and you can make the things better. Let's go back to the combat loadout. Let's just go back to the normal stuff. Let's go back to there and there. Now, I would say, however, that when you do go in with the surplus rifle and the surplus shotgun, if you do get yourself into a gunfight with more than one enemy, or a powerful enemy, you're going to be dead. Absolutely. The shotgun's good up close, the surplus rifle's not too bad, but this is a game all about stealth and cunning and patience, and not engaging with the enemy when you're underpowered like we are now. So that's kind of the basic idea. So that the loot cycle, the game cycle, is go into a run, find loot, Remember, we want lots of water to start off with. We can only carry one water at a time. Bring it back, drop off our other stuff, sell things, buy better weapons, buy medkits, things like that. Level up our character, look at the quests, complete quests where we can, go in again. So we're going to go in to the Scorched Enclave. We've already said we're going to go in at the cemetery. We can go into the ready room, we can begin the countdown, and we're good to go. Now these runs on Scorched Enclave don't need to take very long at all. Maximum of probably 10 minutes. It just depends on what's going on really and whether you've got to backtrack much. As you do some of the other levels, they're much bigger and they can be a little bit more of a challenge, and you've got to think about things a little bit more. But I'm going to show you a route now which will enable you hopefully to get through in one piece, so you'll get those first extractions under your belt, so that you get that confidence and you'll start to get stuff up. So first thing I'd say is straight away just turn right here, go underneath here, run around here, and then sort of pause here. Sometimes what you'll find is you get these drones. Here we go, here they come. Now these drones, these are the European drones. These are the ones that you, one of the early quests is you need to get one of these when it's been destroyed. However, don't destroy it yourself. Wait for it to get blown up by someone else, then go and get the bits. Now drones, what they do is they call in reinforcements. So they'll try and engage you, and what they'll then probably do is call in infantry. So if you start shooting them, you're probably going to end up getting killed yourself. Now fingers crossed they're not going to see us if we stay still. One right there. Okay, so let's creep round this way. Okay. So all about patience. Okay, so let's go round to here now. Drop down here. Now, the other things that can spawn sometimes over here. Oh. Stay still. Just move because I don't like it. So we're going to run over here, and the idea is we're going to visit 3 bunkers. Let's see if that drone's bothered. Let's just hide under it. Not sure where. Okay, so let's just heal a little bit. So that drone saw us, so we're just going to heal underneath here. Just going to wait a little bit. They've got stuck in with some enemy drones. Okay, so they're probably going to ignore us now. So we're a little bit unlucky. Normally when you come in, nothing much happens. And the idea is we're going to hit these 3 bunkers. So we hit this bunker here. There's nothing here. And then what we want to do is we want to drop down to that bunker right in front of me. And then there's another bunker over there where those lights are. And what you can do is you can just constantly do these particular, this particular run. Now hopefully on your runs you won't get these drones keep looking out for you like these guys are. If you get really stuck in one position, what you can do is backtrack and then go the long way around along there. But I really want to show you this route because it's normally very good and you always get some water. Right, let's drop down and let's just go nice and slow. So there are enemy drones there. So those drones there and those drones there, not friends. With a bit of luck, they're going to kill each other. So let's slowly move down. Let's just drop down here. Let's have a look. What have we got in here? So there's a large lockbox. I'm not really interested in that at this point. So I'm looking for water, but we could take it and then we could drop it. And because there's been some combat here already, there are some dead soldiers, so we can take advantage of this. We can search here. Now I would just say, don't bother seeing what it is, just loot everything. Let's just go around this corner. Now sometimes what you'll find is there'll be water right down there. Let's just go and have a look. Now this area here is Piccadilly Circus. This can be very, very busy. It looks like there isn't at the moment. So is there any water? No. Okay, so we're going to dash across to here. There we go. And we're going to have a look in here. Okay, so it doesn't look like we've been very lucky, so we're going to loot these medical supplies. And then... oh, what's down there? Let's carefully have a look. There might be some water down there. Nobody's coming, so let's hop over here. There's some water, so let's grab this water.
All packed up.
Let's go back up these stairs. And what we're trying to do is get up these stairs here. Let's head up these stairs here. Now sometimes you'll get soldiers at the top here. There's also another thing to loot here. We've already got a large item. Now what we're waiting for now is for this area just to clear so that we can get across there. All we do is we just back off a little bit.
Death dance time.
Oh great, so we're getting shot, so we're just going to heal. We're just going to run now. Let's jump over this wall here. Right, there's that drone against me following us. Now our extraction point is over there. It's up that pipe. It's always the same, so I'll tell you what, we're just going to go for it. We're going to use Scav Girl's speed just to get over here.
Enemy contact. Not sure where.
That drone again following us. Alright, we're into the pipe, and this is where we can extract. So we just go up here. We're not being followed by anybody. And then we just hit E. And we are gone. Now, we were a bit unlucky on that route because we did come across those drones. Now, on every run, the loot and the enemies spawn in different places. However, there's only so many different places for them to spawn in, so they do repeat themselves. So I kind of, when I saw those drones there at the beginning, I knew it was probably going to be a little bit tricky. In probably 3 times out of 5, you will not get those drones. You'll probably get cyborgs, and you can wait for them to go, or there'll be soldiers a little bit further up. But all you've got to remember is if you do that route, hit that first kind of L-shaped bunker first. Let's move to the stash. Then go down and do that other bunker next to it. Run across that courtyard, the central courtyard thing, to check that other bunker, and then go over to the entrance of the pipe, and then you can extract. Now I had to go on a very... well, let's go and drop our water off first. I had to go a very kind of direct route running across the open area. Normally what I would do is I would go along those ramparts a little bit further to the right, wait for everything to calm down, hop over and go into the pipe, or loop around the back of the pipe. What I'll do in the description below this video, I've done another video all about how to do a simple run that will get you through, where basically that sort of thing happens, so it'll give you another idea. And that's basically it. That is a run. You see how quick it is. So then what we do, we just go escape, go to our combat loadout. If we've got any more different weapons, we could use those. Let's have a look. Let's go to what we got. Rifle 545. Let's get some of that. A shotgun, some ammo. Go to our consumables. A couple of them. A couple of them. Go to our quests. Did we have anything that we completed? No. Is there anything that we could think about doing? We're going to go to the same place. We go to the ready room, and we're good to go. Good to go again. And it's as simple as that, and you just keep doing this. And honestly, it's very, very, very addictive. Very, very fun. Once you become a little bit more au fait with what's happening, that's when you'll start exploring some of the other areas, which take you a little bit longer and a bit more of a challenge, but they're all beautiful. They're all absolutely magnificent in the atmosphere they have, and you'll start spending money on things like your lair here, our base, to improve it, and then hopefully as these features get added to the game, those changes you make will make a difference to, I guess, your character. So there we go, Forever Winter. Don't uninstall it. It is an absolutely amazing looter, shooter, extractor. I think it's thoroughly good fun. And although it can be very unforgiving, the fact that these runs are so quick, and actually there's one other thing I wanted to say, is if you do die on a run, when you go back in straight away, look at your compass and you'll see a little skull and crossbones on it. Head to that point, you'll know where you died anyway, and you can pick up your stuff. Well, you don't really pick it up, you just select it and it gets teleported back to your lair for you to use the next time. Now if you die on that run, you won't get the stuff back, but that is a way of you making sure that you don't lose that really good gun that you've added attachments to and things like that. But again, what I would say is if you die and you lose everything, it doesn't matter. You can get them back pretty quick, you'll earn money, and you can buy them. So there we go, that's enough from me. Hopefully you found this useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.